Welcome back, Last Quest Barbecue Show. This episode is a celebration of my trip to Lockhart, Texas, just outside of Austin, where Steve and I went and visited the Mill Scale retail store, met some folks there, actually interviewed one of the key people there making their amazing product, Alex. I'll do a few excerpts of that in this, but I'm gonna do a whole other episode that is our interview, about 5 minutes. Really wanted to get into what makes and how they've been so successful.
We were talking about the yakitori. Is that I guess from a volume, it's a lower price point. Is it your most popular selling product? I mean, you got a lot of great merch here. What's hot? What's everybody looking for?
Yeah, yakitaris have been selling probably the best right now. We get a lot of people buying those, and then we have our big smokers that we also build in this facility, and you know we're booked out for a while. So it's been.
So what's the biggest smoker you built this year, like gallon size? What's the biggest unit you'd build?
Really impressed by their retail, and in their retail they had a bunch of things. First of all, some great swag. Love the swag, and picked up a nice Mill Scale Yeti. And then they had a wall of spices of folks who were kind of team Mill Scale. You'll see a Mill Scale in a number of great places. You'll see them there, 1,000-gallon Mill Scales. You'll see them at Goldie's. You'll see them at Meat Church. You'll see them in all the top tier places. They make amazing smokers, including a nice 94-gallon backyard smoker that I kind of hope to one day acquire myself, maybe even the yakitori. Anyway, so they've got a wall of seasonings and spices in the backyard featuring some of their here. So I'm picking out one of them. Check it out. There it is. This is from our friends at Holy Smoke Barbecue Mexican Adobo Seasoning. Good for seafood. The episode, by the way, today is all about salmon. So anyway, that's what's going to be on it. There you go. Shout out to the Waterfront Seafood Market I found in Mississauga. It's the freshest seafood I have found in the GTA. I've gone down to St. Lawrence Market. I've tried different fishmongers. Nothing is better. You'll get a sense of that once I open it out. So shout out to the folks at the Waterfront Seafood Market. So we're going to do two ways. The one thing that will be common is I'm going to smoke it with Pitmaster's Choice Pellets, this time using the competition blend. I'm going to smoke it on the Yoder. Now, Yoder is a competitor in some circumstances, not for pellet grills, but in some circumstances for Mill Scale, but both made in America, right? Kansas and Texas both make an amazing product. I hope to get the Mill Scale offset. Anyway, first salmon, we're going to do a blackening spice. And there it is. Thanks to all Barbecue Canada for their support in that. I'm going to use the Crosby maple syrup molasses on that seasoning with a little bit of this new Fiore honey mustard. I got this from my friends in Austria. Check that out. So I want to give this a try. I was just in Montreal. Thanks to all my great friends in Austria and from all the vendors there. They gave me tons of stuff you're going to see coming up, particularly from this Fiore brand honey mustard. So this is for my mom. This one here, these two are for my mom on the salmon. The second salmon will be done using this Mexican adobo. I've tried it so far on poultry. Delicious once you let it sit in a little bit, and it's supposed to be good for seafood. So I'm going to try it on the salmon. So this is one. This is two. Not to make this any more complicated, it's actually pretty straightforward, but I'm making it a little more complicated. Anyway, whatever, let's get started. All right, we're back. Check out this piece of salmon. Look at that. Sushi grade, wonderful product. I've been looking for such product for a while. So first of all, we're gonna put some of this Austrian honey mustard on it. There it is. Oh, amazing aroma. Look at that. Just delicious. And we're going to put some of that right on. It's okay, I'm going to spread it around. Just want to put a few drops on there. It's a big piece of fish, so some for the chef. Oh my goodness. So delicious, sweet, and it's got a texture. It's amazing texture. I'll put a link in the show notes for that. It's really good. All right, so let's spread this around. And you can see this has got more like a fruity texture to it rather than a liquid texture. This is going to be great for spreading around and adhering for the spices, the blackening seasoning. All right, very good. First of all, we're just going to start out with a bit of salt and pepper. There we go. And then we're going to use this Cattleman's Gold blackening season, which is a real favorite of mine, favorite of my mom's. This blackening season from All Barbecue Canada. Look at it adhering perfectly to that mustard. All right, and that's it. We'll let that set for a spell. I'm going to put in my meter, which I've come to like a whole lot more with these new generation of meters. There we go. And we'll get that set up over at the Yoder. So let's get going. All right, Yoder's cranking in at about, what is it, 325. with the Pitmaster small batch pellets. Here's my piece of cedar. Bring this out. Let's get this a nice piece, beautiful piece of salmon. There you go. Doesn't quite fit all the way on, but that's okay. It's a big piece. Let's just push that in. And we're off. We'll see. We'll see how long this takes, but let's set up the meter. Let's not guess how long it's gonna take. Now there's the meter receiver. And we're gonna set up a fish, salmon, fillet, smoker. Lovely, 140. All right, start cook. There we go. We start at what, 46 degrees? Just out of the fridge, and we're looking for 140. Let's get going. All right, we've been cooking for about actually closer to 30 minutes. I started the cook at 325, and then I increased the temperature for the last 10 minutes to 425. Now, part of that is about the heat, but a lot of that is about just giving it a boost of smoke. So let's see how we've done. Oh, looking amazing. A little apple coming out, so we're ready to take it off. It smells amazing. It's cooking well on this board. I'm gonna reuse this board for my second cook. Let's get this. Oh, it's a big piece. It's a big piece. Let's get this. Oh, there we go. A little bit of skin here and there. Yeah, left a little bit of skin on the bottom. Check that out. Smells amazing. Let's give it a little bit of a taste actually over here. Oh, fantastic flavor. Amazing. All right, let's get this over to the prep table, the final bit with Crosby's maple syrup and molasses. All right, our salmon looks amazing. The taste is just delicious. And I haven't even done the pièce de résistance. Some Crosby maple and molasses. As my mom likes it sweet. A meter out of here. It's done its good work. And we'll just cover this over. Delicious. Interacting so well. Oh my goodness, this is good. Here, let's have this piece. I'm gonna try this piece right here. Dip in a bit of this maple syrup molasses. Look at that. Bon appetit on this one, man. Whew. Oh my goodness, that's good. Make this. And if you're gonna make salmon, make this salmon. My goodness. All right, now, on to part two. For this piece, we are going to take some of this wonderful mustard, this wonderful honey mustard. We're going to lay that on. Fantastic. All right. If you're a mustard lover, this is the best honey mustard I think I've ever had. Again, you can see it spreads more like a jam than a liquid. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Now, let's put a little bit of S&P on. That's good. And then the star, the Holy Smoke Barbecue Mexican Adobo. I like the can. The can's kind of fun. But actually, before I do that, I want to give it a shake up and down, get everything distributed. I've tried this already on chicken. Amazing. My lesson there is to let it sit for a few minutes. I'm going to let this kind of soak in, draw a bit of moisture, and then we're going to get it onto the smoker. All right, our smoker is up and I'm heading to 425. I got some potatoes on there as well. Looking amazing. So I'm gonna put, once again, beautiful piece. Check it out, it's been sitting in and just resting and it looks amazing. All right, let's get this piece of beautiful salmon onto our board. We're also having some yummy fresh asparagus. There's a bit of Chuck Hughes olive oil. It's one of my favorites. Again, shout out Chef Chuck Hughes. Again, all from All Barbecue Canada. Thanks, Dean and the team. Dean, Russell, thanks for everything. All right, let's move to the Yoder. These potatoes, actually a recipe for my daughter. It's sitting in the Chuck Hughes coated cast iron. One of my little favorites, actually. Open, gets lots of smoke on them, and lots of garlic and some other seasonings, all kinds of different flavors that pop out of those lovely potatoes. Super, super easy to make. And let's take a look at this salmon, man. That is looking just fantastic. It's perfectly cooked. It was, I can tell you, amazing. Make these meals. Salmon,